Well, today, all my little parcels arrived. Now, I've been waiting for this for a couple of days, and there it is. Right, let's get rid of that. So this has come from Wiggle, and they even give you a free bag of sweets. I wanted a camera for the bike. I tried to do a recording using my phone with it on the bars, and it weren't having it. It was all over the place. So looked into it, and this seems to be the thing that keeps coming up. Now I'm hoping it's going to be a fantastic bit of kit. Got it a real bargain. 280 quid is the retail price. At the minute there's a few different shops selling it for £2.19. Wiggle at £209. Still a lot of money, but it's supposed to be the dog's bees, so hopefully it'll be good. First impressions, box is beautiful, well packaged. But it does looks, I mean, this is, oh, that's nice. That, like a nice plastic. Oh, that's a little instruction manual. Allen key, aluminium mounting. That's all very nice. That's nice. The only thing is, I know I'm going to have issues with this because it's obviously a handlebar clamp, and I've got the carbon bars which aren't round, the FSA plasma bars, so I'm going to have to sort something out. I'm not sure what yet, but hey ho, we'll get into that. Charging wire and a SD card thing. This screwed onto the... One thing that looks quite interesting is the mounting here. Looks exactly the same as the GoPro, and I've got some old GoPro sticky things and mountings for various things. I didn't have a lot of success with the GoPro, to be fair. I bought one and I had loads of problems with it. The on-off button packed up a few times. Tried to do long recordings with it and I was having all... So yeah, GoPro didn't work for me, and I'm hoping that this, it's more built for that longevity. Long recordings over, it'll record supposedly for 4 hours in one hit, which is what we're after. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. I don't even know how you turn it on. Let's have a look. So we've pressed that button on the back. So on here we've got I don't know, get it home, you poke that out, pull that up. Oh god, if it is, it's tight. It must be that. Oh god, wow, it's airtight. Yeah, really tight. Oh. You know, walk past that. Can't get the freaking thing open. Shove that in there, I'm going to knacker that up. Have a look. Oh god, blimey, that was tight. There it is though. So, got a USB plug in that one. Hopefully they'll become a bit looser, because at the minute that's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting a bit better. So it ain't going to come out in a hurry, is it? And that one. Oh, that's got the SD card and it's already in there. So that's super. Brilliant. So can I do that with my nail now? Is it free off? Yeah, that's it now. So now I've done it a couple of times, I can get it off with my nail. Yeah, bingo. Right, so we've got what looks like a Wi-Fi signal button there and an on-off button there. Wow, tough, wasn't it? Whoa. Alright, let's press that on button then. Is anything going to happen? Oh. What's it doing? Got a green light flashing on the top. I don't know what I'm doing. Then press it again. Hey up, hey up. Wow, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty bright. What happens if I press it again? Wow. Ooh. So what we got there then is different grades of brightness. It's just wowzers. Look at that. Bright, lower bright, and then back to recording. And I suppose if we press and hold it, turns it off. Ah. So that don't look too difficult to work, does it? But do you know what? Like I say, first impressions with that, it feels really well made. It really does feel. It really does feel like a good quality bit of kit. Really nice rubberized base, aluminium. Weight wise, yeah, it's quite heavy, but it's got to have a big battery in here. To power this, they reckon, say for, it says 10 hours, 10-hour battery life. I've watched some reviews on it and people have done like a 5-hour ride and it's still managed to record and keep going. I think obviously it depends on whether you're probably 10 hours if you're just recording and not using the light. So we whip that out of there and obviously the bracket comes off. So let's have a look at this, and I've got some GoPro, what fits and if the mounting's the same. That one there, there's a helmet cam that clips into the mountings, and that is exactly the same. It's exactly the same as the GoPro mounting. So as far as that goes, GoPro mounting fits the camera. Let's have another look at this then. So in the back here we've got an SD card, and what comes with it is a Transcend 16GB, which is quite interesting because say Transcend is, I've got the Transcend dash cam in my van, and I wonder if they're in bed with this company, because that is a brilliant dash cam, and it would be nice to think that these have been involved with this. It'll give me some reassurance that what I've bought is a decent bit of kit, because it does feel and looks the part. So, CYCLIQ FLY 12. No good. Which I don't think it would be. So, that's the first problem we've got with the FSA plasma bars. You get this this mounting on the front, and with the Fly you get this great big clamp. It's fine for going around full-size handlebars, but there's no way mounting it to this carbon bar. So I'm going to have to, and this just buy another bracket to strengthen it. I think it's just going to bounce around a lot, even if I did mount that to that somehow. I know we can buy a K edge. One of the first problems I came across was the bracket that comes with it, the aluminium bracket. It's a superb quality bracket. In fact, it's too good, because finger. Oh, Jesus, that's lost that. Oh, there we go. So the quick release finger spinner, it just hasn't got. I mean, I'm not weak, but I can do this up as tight as I can, and yet the camera still has a bit of play in it. And I've tried adjusting this up slightly so it's a tight fit just on its own, and even with it being that tight, when I do this up as tight as I can with my fingers, so I'm now doing this up right. That's as tight as I can get that with my fingers, and it's just not, it can't compress that bracket up enough to squidge it up. Now, I did this up that tight, I went for a ride, which stopped it going backwards because all the weight's at the back. But the GoPro brackets are made of plastic, and when I've tried it on those, do them up finger tight, it grips, no problem. But this aluminium bracket is just so solid, it's really strong, that it just won't compress with this. Now, I've not tried this with the bolt, because there is a bolt you get with it as well, and I don't see why, if I put a ratchet on it, I could ratchet that up. It's going to work, it's got to. Let's have a look. And you get the bolt with it, and if I put that through and do that up, but then, you know, I don't want to fiffing about with Allen keys every time I take it off. So let's have a bash with this and see how tight we can get this up. So we're loose at the minute. Oh, fiddly fiddler. Yeah. Oh no. Bloody hell. So that's tight with the Allen key, and I can still move it a little bit, but I could really wrench that up a bit. But I mean, heck, so that's as tight as I'm going to go without ripping the thing, and you can still move it without too much effort. I can't see it shifting about when I'm riding, but yeah, a little bit of a design flaw maybe. I know one thing though, this bracket, it is, like I say, it's super strong aluminium. It's really tough, so you've got no worries about it snapping or anything like that, because it is really, really strong. Oh, you know, that bracket, it is amazingly strong. It just won't compress. It's just, yeah, good quality, but then the job that it's made for, to compress and hold that light in place, maybe too strong. So I went out for a 4-hour ride, put it on the mountain bike with the alley bracket. It was all good. It was all good. The battery life was good. It kept recording. So anyway, I've got back and I downloaded the app for my phone. The card that came with it was a 16GB card. That is only enough to record for an hour. So the start of the ride obviously wasn't there. All I got was the last hour, and it's just looping and looping and looping. So first thing I've done is gone out and bought a 64GB card, which is its maximum. So I've bought one of them, 30 quid. Shove that in there and we'll see how we get on with that. That should be plenty now to keep me going, record the whole ride. So the quality of the footage, if there's anything that I experienced with the, well, I showed you at the beginning of the video with the phone, which was horrible. This is super. This is almost, well, I'd say it is GoPro quality. It's on the handlebar, so it's in all the vibration, and yet it's still recording a lovely, smooth, still image. really good quality, good resolution. So as far as the camera side of it goes, brilliant. The light side, again, it's 400 lumens, it's bright. The one that I was running previous was the Lazane XL. This is a 400, I think, as well. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure it is. Good bright light. Giving us something like that. So you can actually see Lazane. In fact, just in a quick garage door test. Oops. Right, so Lazane. That's its brightest. And I would say, looking at that, that the CYCLIQ is bigger and brighter. That surprised me, to be fair. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought the Lazane would have been bright, because I've been through woods and forest rides, Cannock, with the... And that is a beast. It's a beast of a light. It really does brighten up the way. And that, from that first look at that, that's brighter and bigger. I had them both in the garden at night, just shining down the garden, and couldn't really see a great deal of difference, but on the door you really can see that. So that's good. So I've ordered the new K-edge bracket that's going to come to replace this one, and then the CYCLIQ is going to hang underneath that bracket, but as a temporary thing I've just put the GoPro sticky pad underneath the handlebar, attached it, and just put a couple of cable ties around for good measure. But there it is, sort of hanging in there. And I was saying about the bracket with this, I'll just do it up finger tight, and that is as solid as a rock. It ain't going anywhere. So let's go for a ride and see what happens. So I just got back 31 miles. And I'm absolutely gutted. The Fly 12. Charged it yesterday. Got to it this morning, and it was solid red light on the display on the top. Unplugged the USB. Couldn't do anything with it. The buttons wouldn't work. The light just stayed glowing red on the top, permanently red. Couldn't do anything, like it was locked out. So I put the pin in the reset button in the back. It went, came back to life, green. Plugged it in, green light, fully charged. So stuck it on the bike, ready for me ride. Off we go. 5 minutes in, it starts beeping like a warning beep. Every minute, beep beep. Every minute, beep beep. I'm thinking that's not right. Something's weird with this. It didn't do this last time I went out. 40 minutes in, switches off, lights off, and I was only running it on the low flash, so it was on the lowest brightness and on the flash. So 40 minutes it died. So I've had to ride them for another hour without no light on the bike, and it's been a bit dull today. So yeah, really brassed off, because now I've got to try and figure out what's going on. Whether it means sending it back, it's faulty. I'll charge it up again, give it another chance and just see what happens, but I hate it when things go wrong. Pay all that money out and it goes wrong, it does me head in. So let's give it a go and see what see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. Backlight still flashing away like a good one. Front light. So this is my little charging station. So I'm charging off the Belkin charger. Just pop the back out. Plug that back in. Solid red light. So yeah, it will glow red while charging and green indicating fully charged. So let's wait and see what happens. It's now 12:24, so let's keep an eye on that and see what happens. Really gutted, really gutted. Ah dear. 14:39. So the problems continue with this going flat. I charged it up, put it on low flash in the garage just to see how long we'd get, and it lasted about an hour. But now I'm plugging the charger in, it's making a noise but it's not charging, so I'm plugging that in there. It makes the beep but the red light's not coming on and it's not charging at all, so definitely a duffin. Beeped again, still nothing going on. What pain. Right, so I'll try the reset again. I should unplug it first. So I'll unplug it. And in the back here we've got the reset button is just through there, I think. Oops. It's a bit tricky. A bit fiddler. Oh, so I've had to reset the thing again and now it's working. That's bloody garbage. Issues with it. So, send that back. I sent an email to CYCLIQ stating everything that was wrong with the camera. Really detailed email saying about the charging, how long it was charging, how long it was lasting before it discharged, and a bit disappointed with the response. They sent me an email back. It took them about 12-13 hours to reply, and it basically said what they wanted me to do was to fully recharge it in a wall charger, because that will take 6 to 8 hours. If you plug it into a laptop, it'll take 20 hours to fully recharge the camera. Now when I plug it into my wall charger, it's fully charged in 2 hours, so there's obviously something wrong with it, because that's, you know, that's way short of what time it should be, and the light's going green, and then obviously all the problems that I've listed. So they then wanted me to write all this down, plug it into the laptop, do some download. What a palaver, what a palaver. It's not happening. The thing's 5 days old, so I'm just sending it straight back to Wiggle. They can sort it all out. What I wanted CYCLIQ to do, what I would expect for that sort of money, for really good customer service, with such a detailed email that I sent them, I was expecting them to go, yes, you've obviously got a problem, we'll send you a new one straight out with a returns label and send the other one back in. But it didn't happen. So I'd got the returns from Wiggle, I've just sent it all straight back to them with an exchange note saying please send me another one. So I know I'm going to have to wait a week or more for it to come through, but I thought that was a little bit, you know, CYCLIQ could do better than that, could do better than that. It should have been I could understand if I hadn't been so detailed in what I'd put, but I was really specific, really detailed, times and everything, and they still then wanted to go through this whole procedure. Ideally as well, with these customer services, you want to speak to somebody on the phone. I was looking for a phone number, there wasn't one. All you'd got was this support link that you had to go through a whole series of scroll it down, click, 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 asking questions. Then they give you all the FAQs, you have to look through all of that. There was no answer to anything that I was looking for. So it was a bit of a palaver, it really was. It's a shame. Like I say, I'll get it back and I'll try it again. If there's any problems, it'll go back and that'll be the end of it. But there you go. So just a little bit more information on the app and how that works. If you've used a GoPro, it's pretty much the same as. I suppose the problems arise when you're okay if you are using it as a dash cam. That's fine. It's brilliant for that. If you have something happen and you want to upload a couple of minutes or one of the 5-minute segments of footage, if you want to upload one of those files using the app through the Wi-Fi that it does, it connects to your phone using Wi-Fi. A short one, I edited it down to 2.5 minutes. I uploaded that and it took 10 minutes for that 2.5 minute file. So for a 5-minute video, you're going to be looking 20 minutes download time onto your phone. Once it's on your phone, the first thing you do is, once you've got all your videos, your rides recorded, it's logged on the memory card, you then can browse those through the app in a low quality format. So you can click on them quite quickly, which is a really good feature, because the last thing you want to do is download a massive file and find out that that's not when it happened or what you're looking for is on there. So it does these really low quality. They're plenty good enough to look at, but they're obviously not in HD. And you can scroll through them quite quickly to find the incident that you're looking for, and then click on it, upload it in HD, which is what takes the time, and then it's in the app. Then it's in the app on the phone. You then want to get it from there over to your phone, and you have to click on a few links within the app to do it. That was a little bit, every time I did that, it said error uploading, yet it had uploaded it. So there's a couple of little glitches in there that were a little bit sticky. So although it did say error uploading, when I actually looked in the saved videos, there it was. So I don't know, but the quality was brilliant. That's the story so far. Light's gone back to wiggle, just waiting on the new one coming back. So I'll have to call this part 1 really of this review of the light, and when we get it back, I'll have another go and put some more footage up for you. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Thanks for watching.